Gamers, we're back. I managed to play one off-stream game of the Bazaar last night. It was one weapon Vanessa with the cutlass. Maybe that's familiar. You know what else is familiar? 10 wins, boy! 10 whims is what I said. I said 10 whims, boy. 10 whims. Like a pirate captain telling you to adjust the sail in a antediluvian nomenclature, very foreign to the modern ear. We'll go canon early. I'm just saying the Bazaar is fun again, except when I lose, in which case it is not as much fun. Or when I say I need haste on my Langzhan, but then I forget that I have a haste skill on slow and I have dock lines in my backpack and I'm not using it appropriately. Here, I think this is... I don't really want to go with a burn build. However, we have a burner right off the jump, and anything you could give me here is an improvement on what we already have. Now, if I don't reload you, I really don't think we stand a good chance to win day one. You also give me a little bit of money now that I think about it. If we don't get a powder horn, we probably lose day one, but I'm okay with that. I would love to see small and large items, including a powder horn. Oh, my Lanta! Sorry about that. Do we want... I kind of feel like we could use you, man. We could use you on the board. And honestly, these are pretty much trash. So I'm happy to splash, and I think we actually had like a great day there. I'll just take the basic upgrade, I think, of the 10 extra damage. We should have what, like a 10% crit chance on every, 30% on the revolver. Honestly, Bronze Seaweed might not be like the greatest healer in the game, but I certainly don't think it's like super terrible early on. Switchblade Katana is pretty good too. They got quite a good degree of scaling there. We might still own them though. We might be inside of their walls. We might be inside of their walls. It was pretty close though. Okay. Very, very good, very surprising. Feeling very happy about that one. We're kind of in a, I mean, we got 10 wins on the last one. But to... Yeah, I could be persuaded. Hawk... What am I saying? To at least have one win means this is not the worst video I've ever recorded. Which is nice, because I don't go into every recording session thinking that that's a possibility or a guarantee. We should be able to take the Rogue Scrapper. The cannon reloading, it does a lot of damage, man. And to be honest, much like last time, basically anything we get is like kind of okay. Assuming we don't die, which is... We're very, very likely to... it's in the realm of possibility that we lose. The cannon and the robot are charging at like the same pace and ticking me off. Don't do this to me. Not like this, man. Not like this. We're done. Oh my god, I do this every time! Alright, don't worry too much about what you get from the Rogue Scrapper, it turns out. What do you think? Yeah, not that that matters, the positioning there. You think we make it back on this one? We don't have a ton of cash for Curio, unfortunately. Oh! Dude, the 10% crit chance actually might make a huge difference, to be honest with you. We need you to keep shooting. We need somebody to crit, please. I can't believe they ran back with the same guy. Please crit. I need you to crit, man. Thank you! That means you get to reload a little bit. Do it again. It's the damage is nice, but it's the damage in the future that's even more engaging. Crit from the freaking cannon. We get you back, buddy. We get you back. You really thought you were slick with it, huh? I don't think we really care about barbed wire. We would, I mean, the gold is good, but we're also kind of running out of shops. I think I would just take a bronze item. I mean, it's not bad, to be honest with you. It could be a lot worse. We don't really have anything else I'd love to put on the board. Any chance you just have a medium that I'd love to see?
I'm pretty laid back.
Not really. I mean, shovel's well liked, and it's well liked for a reason. If anything, a double barrel that maybe we could upgrade in the future kind of goes crazy. I'm basically gonna go all in on burst damage. Taking the seaweed out gives us very limited sustain, but I think we gotta give it a chance here. I don't think this build is too bad, to be honest. I don't think it's too bad. Let's see, if you have heals, we're in trouble, though. Big heals, at least. Or big shields. Big shields are also horrible. You also charge every time I shoot a burn item, which is... it's very devastating for me. I don't think there's any world in which I can beat you. The concept of beating you doesn't make sense to me right now. That's okay. That's the sort of... it was very close. In fact, it was so close we actually won. That was a roller coaster of a second day, man. But you know what? We're back. I'm not committed to the full ammo build, okay? I know it looks like I'm committed, but it's only day 2. I'm definitely not committed to the piranha build. I mean, ammo items or a chance to face an enemy and get a ton of... we gotta take the chance, man. I figured it was unlikely anyway, but... it really does feel like you gotta go against the rogue scrapper again, right? Am I insane for this? It should be impossible to lose. I hope. It's the 3rd time we fought him. You need to... this is what we in the business call a rubber match for some reason. I don't know, my grandma used to say it. Whenever you're tied, you need to resolve the tie. So consider your tie resolved. That's good. That's probably the best thing we could have gotten. And we level. We definitely should have put this on the board, now that I think about it. I think it's gotta be you again. Even though it might take us a day to kind of find the time to put you on the board, I think it's gotta be you. And a silver tier item, sure. We have lots of disposable stuff on the board right now. You could go pearl, piranha, seaweed. Because it comes in at the silver level. You're an aquatic. No, you're not an aquatic item now that I think about it and look at it more closely. I'm not really thrilled about running gold piranha. There I go buying it anyway. Is there... I guess we could put barbed wire on the board. It sucks to pull out the double barrel. I think you ignore gumballs. Pains me a little bit, but I think you ignore the gumballs. Okay, this is a perfect pig right now. I mean, I wasn't optimistic about that dually. As far as I'm concerned, 2 wins in 2 days. We're kind of playing with house money right now. Big mistake was not getting the crit syrup out there when we should have gotten the syrup out there. Any chance I could do enough damage before the Jabalian longbow goes so that you don't cast it 3 times, putting me in a pit from whence there is no escape? Nope. I'll be killed instantly, actually. To be honest, I wasn't even looking at the Regal Blade, which also rinsed us. Square Pig is... I don't know how strong it is, but I see it all the time, so it must be making the rounds on the subreddit. If you take offense to that, look in the mirror. Let me see what you're cooking up here at the mountain pass. We always got to take a peek. I think we lose to the Hydro dude, but I'm not going to skip the fight. So let's do our best against the Hydro dude, and then we'll pick an easier fight for our actual PvE fight, and we'll put the syrup out there. Right now, I want to give this one a try. I don't know, man. Maybe it's possible. Probably need our seaweed to pop off a little. No, maybe it's very possible. Maybe he's actually cooked. Maybe I'm cooked. Hey, hey, come on, get the seaweed out there. No, no! We were in there, man. We were in there. That's okay. We don't need to cry about it. We made some extra gold at least. How about save some money? Give me some regular chocolate bars. And then we'll probably just fight the dervish this time. And I'm thinking it's like this stuff all gets pulled out. You get placed and you get placed. Because an ammo build with a cannon and a good double barrel with high percentage crit chances could go kind of crazy. You got 10 ammo in that piece. That's a 20% crit chance waiting to happen. It's going to take a bit to get off the ground. We only got 4 extra crit chance on that one. How about the passive 8? Okay, reduce your cooldowns by a couple percent.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
And
my training is about letting go of
first time you crit freeze an item.
Think you're ready for that?
I don't know though, dude. 6 burn. 6 burn on the cannon seems pretty high. And I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't consider this necessarily throwing a day. But I really think that long term it's going to be important for us to get the syrup, to get all the gravy out of the gravy boat. So I am taking this opportunity to leave it on the board for the time being and try to amp up that crit chance as much as possible. I don't necessarily think we're like a burn build, but while we're here, I'm amping up the burn. So, if only because it's a little bit of a novelty. We haven't really been rocking burn builds that much. Since cinders are hard to come by because they don't drop until silver loot. Alright, still pessimistic. They got a very similar looking thing going on. 9% crit chance on the Langzhan. That was their last gravy. We need to kill you before it goes again. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It was close. It was close, but it happened. So what are we looking for? Anytime we're on, and I know I said we weren't necessarily on an ammo build, but things change. We're looking for crit skills. Or ammo skills. Because critting, reloading another ammo item is like the only thing that matters, I think. Go ahead and honestly, just give me the max health for now. I would happily fight a monster. Trash Town Mare might be like the best monster we could fight, dude. Because augmented weaponry will scale the double barrel, which is, it desperately needs it because it's still at bronze. Probably because I never go to shops. Now, I would prefer if the syrup didn't break, just because it would leave us the opportunity to possibly upgrade it later. Even though we probably would rather not waste an upgrade on it. Oh, baby, it's augmented weaponry. How about a silver tier ammo item? You'd have to be silly not to, at the very least. Is when you sell a small item, increase this bonus by 1. Boys, I'm all in. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to Bazaar. I'm going to compare these two enemies, okay? Preening Duelist. Has a powder flask, revolver, cannonball, gunpowder. I'm going to be honest with you, we don't need to look at Infernal Envoy. Every single one of these items, at the very least, would be a worthy addition to the squad. And if the gravy dies here, which it will. No, it won't! I was still just going to say thank you, Gravy, for the right of doing this. Oh, no, it did! How could you? Sell small and large. I was getting ready to sell it, to be honest. Get a weapon? I think with 37 gold, we want to peek at the small and larges. So, to be frank with you, I mean, you buy, sell, buy and hold so that you guys have, because it's 2 more ammo. That's pretty serious. We don't need to have Vanessa's amulet. We're gonna buy and sell because it's an augmented weaponry play. Flagship is interesting. We that's not a tool. That's a tool. We definitely would have an ammo item. You could see how this would work, but I'm kind of like, I think I'm okay with what we have, but we should definitely be buying cheap small items. Flagship can be really good, there's no doubt. And Flagship Crow's Nest, I mean, it kind of like plays itself. Which is a build that I'm a fan of. I'll buy this seaweed and sell this seaweed. I tend to like the cutlass, but it's just not really in the realm of what we're really looking for right now. To be honest with you, we're kind of looking for what we already got. You do need a silencer. I think you just hold a cove because it's going to work well with augmented weaponry. 30 damage. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, let's just add 30 damage to the cannon for now. Over the 10% crit chance on the other stuff? I think so, yeah. Because I was thinking about putting it on the revolver, but it already gets 33 damage every time it shoots from the bayonet. I guess we could put it on the bayonet. We could put it on the bayonet, man. I didn't even think about that. Okay. That's a nasty looking shark. It's a haste build. If there's anything that's serving us well, it's the fact that it's unfocused. It's like half damage, half shield, half poison. The shield is doing some serious work though, we're cooked. For a second we had him, but the second time the shark attacked, that was a lot of shield. We did get close though. We did get close. Okay, so I'm thinking you rework this. Yeah, I can live with that. I'm gonna sell you. And it sucks that we're gonna be on no money, but augmented weaponry plus gumballs seems like a really nice setup. And I mean, actually, if we're being honest, I think we spent 12 on you, and now you're selling for 14. To get the extra damage, and we have like more money than we started with here, that seems very sensible to me. If we're trying to burst you down. Give me a rare event, please. Upgrade an item. This is a tough one. I really do think you need it. I think the cannon scales poorly. I'm gonna go double barrel. It's day 6 silver double barrel is behind the times, but what about a day 6 gold double barrel? That doesn't look as bad.
The quicker the fight.
And then I think we're in a new line of business here where we do something like that. That makes a lot more sense to me. And then I don't know if we could take the lone shark, but I'm gonna try.
It's all standardized.
Our damage output it should be really fast, even though we haven't had like a single cooldown reduction so far. Okay. I mean, I think 4 wins is pretty likely. Shark Claws is going to be sold, though. I'm not saying 4 is as like the maximum we can get. I'm saying 4 is like I think 4 is the minimum we're likely to get. Upgrade an item? Am I crazy?
The work is never done. It can always be better.
Now I'm thinking, bro, forget this. Sell everything else and just go powder flask, diamond double barrel, golden silencer, crow's nest, sextants, or like buckle or something like that. I don't know how much space we would have left. This is going to be tricky. But there's only one item that they have that's active, so every time we use the bolus, it's going to be slowed. Never mind. They have 2 active items. But they're dead. But they're dead! You don't have to run single weapon, although that is what I'm aspiring towards, I think, even though I ignored a crow's nest earlier. Okay, 27 gold. More events where we get free damage by selling small objects it seems very nice. Not to mention, like, oh my god, there's so many blue gumballs, man. I see your blue gumballs. That's why I love you. Yes, man. I know haste and charge are valuable here when we're bursting, but ammo skills to reload some stuff would be nice too.
I am also.
When you use an item with ammo, it gains 5% crit chance. Listen, I see the value of the burn. It would stack up a lot of burn, but I mean, we're not really trying to survive for longer fights. We could reroll, but it's kind of expensive. I'm not sure we're going to be committed to burn. I think it's like maybe we could do better, but I think that was still pretty useful. And the spare change is extra damage. And if you get bonk, you can really start to think about, like, does this run have some viability? It's hard because we're 4 and 3 right now. I normally get 10 pieces by going on, like, a huge run. But, there might be something to this. Double barrel's gonna start to peak soon. But at some point, maybe we pivot to like a boulder or something. I don't know. I think I might hold you. The idea being if we spam enough weaponry, we can get the anchor to actually do a lot of damage. I'm going hands-on head mode. You can't stop me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're dead in, I'm gonna say 6 seconds. Yeah, that'll do it. So we're gonna level one more time. The enchantment is gonna be an important choice. And you know what? I mean, while we're here, give me those gold tiers, man. Longer we survive, the more damage we could do. Silver tier ammo item. When you haste reload this, not what we're looking for, but that's okay. Can I also say I think we've been doing pretty good work against relatively balanced opposition? Like, we haven't exclusively been fighting people who are lost in the woods, okay? Like, these runs that we're going up against are pretty solid. A lot of them look very similar to my own. Hit him harder. You're gonna have to hit him a little harder than that. I honestly thought you might be better off because of the repeater, but clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's not even your fault. You didn't get augmented weaponry. Like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. It's like I got a 10 out of 10 skill and you didn't. It's not your fault, man. Sells freeze items. With God as my witness, I've never seen you. Well, this is a huge whiff. I do like iceberg. It's not what we're building for here. Now, hang on. Okay, like this is not enough damage, but a rifle that shoots possibly every 1 second if you could haste it, that freezes a smaller medium item for 1 second every time you shoot is really funny. Torpedo's just not gonna work. And Tropical Island's just too expensive. But it was a pleasure to see the shop. Especially, like, freeze is always so valuable. I don't even know what we'd be most interested in cooking up here, to be honest. I think it might be Dr. Vortex for XP. Because level 10 is that's the enchantment level, right? And, dude, to be honest, your skill would at least give us a little charge. Charge is valuable when you're doing a burst damage build, and that's what we're doing right now. When you use adjacent tech, okay, well, we don't really do that. We do have a silencer, but that I wouldn't really describe it as being used, Bill Withers. Small items important for augmented weaponry, but 25 damage times the number of weapons we have is pretty crazy. And I think lifesteal double barrel is actually, that seems great because we have no shield and no healing. So this actually gives us the chance to like hang in there a little bit. And we can always just buy more items later, man, with the amount of money we have. We're not on lethal +1. We're going up against Bluefish. I'm always scared of a pig build, because if they really get like a diamond enchanted fixer-upper, like things can be... Oh no. Things can be very tough. Stop freezing my stuff. Stop freezing my stuff, man. I don't have unlimited ammo, okay? I gotta do damage while the sun's up here. Nah, you're cooked. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. 105 damage revolver. 129 damage bronze bolus. Okay, today might be an augmented weaponry day. I would love to see some gumballs. You guys like some gumballs? And of course, you know the deal. The more blues, the merrier. It's like the opposite of how that works in music, I guess. But in the Bazaar, you know what he says, man? The Bazaar is a crazy place. I'm sorry, I'm not cut out for the hero merchant. 25 damage across all weapons. All your weapons have lifesteal. I do have to take a peek here. I'm looking for Blood Reef Captain. He's got Crow's Nest and Captain's Wheel. Your items cooldowns are reduced by 5% if you have a vehicle. And then I'm looking at Enclave Revenant. Is like a Poison Andrew, which means we fight Elite Duelist. Weapon would be fine, or skill. We don't really need everything to have lifesteal, but I wouldn't be upset with it. Or maybe, I don't know, man, maybe spices are involved here, although it does take 8 seconds to work. Adding 100 damage to every weapon would be pretty sick. Or, I don't know, maybe butterfly swords are kind of gas? Let me see here. Takes 7 seconds to do 150 damage. How long does it take you to do 150 damage? 4.5 seconds. Okay. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I'm gonna go crit skills, man. When you burn, your items gain 1% crit chance. Your weapon... Dude, plus 15 flat across the board? That's big, man. That's big. $43 gold. I mean, I know it's kind of boring. We haven't adjusted our board in a while, but every time we sell a small item, we gain damage on every single weapon, plus whatever the benefit is of the small item we just sold. Like, you gotta send it on those. We save up for, like, big enchantments or something. I'm feeling pretty good. First time we fall below half health, cleanse, half burn, and poison. That's not that big of a deal. It's not. Because we don't kill with burn. The burn's just there. It just happens to be there. Huge. Dude, anytime I see my silver revolver getting a kill, I'm pogging out of my mind. It normally is not built for that. We're on 7 wins, man. And ammo has not been an issue. Partially because of our skill, but I think predominantly because we're killing the enemies too fast for it to really matter. Now, we go up against a really, really fast shield build that could change. And there's always a possibility we get outbursted, but for now it's looking pretty good. We could use some item upgrades or like a better board, to be fair, but this could be interesting, man. I think we got a totally fine chance against Lord Akron. That's not what that's what I call him. It's not what his name is, I guess. That being said, I don't know where we would fit anything that you're giving out. Stop shooting. Either I love the XP. I love the XP. Gatling gun is just, well, reduce it by 20%. So it does 100 damage in 4 seconds, and then it'll be reduced to 3.2 seconds. It only takes like 2 shots for it to pass you. But it would take up 2 spots. What if I cut you and put you in here? Or do I just cut you and then, but you're not relevant at that point. Unless I think this could be something. I still think the silencer makes sense on you for now. Normally Gatling gun just it's too slow to really function for me, but it's interesting. I'm gonna take a look. Maybe there will be an enchanted poison item we can actually use. I don't think it's you. Although every slow, not that it works for our build, but every slow would add 1 to your poison enchantment. This is also no, you'd have to buff it too much. Poison wanted poster? Poison toxic lockbox? Maybe I'm not built for that world, man. I would love to fight a monster and get a chance to see how this thing works, and Master Alchemist ain't nothing but a peanut.
Synonyms.
It's gonna take a really like long time for this to prove its worth. Sure, man. Sure, welcome. Upgrade an item, man. Well, we're here. I mean, we might as well. I mean, to be honest, if it's gonna be anything, it should probably just be the silencer. It's 20 extra damage times 2. I'm gonna leave it out there. I think if the fight goes on for a while, we'll be happy that the Gatling gun is there. Because it's basically like, it takes up twice as much space as the revolver. It does as much damage as 2 revolvers. Its cooldown is just slower the first 2 times it shoots. But after that, it should be like, not so bad. We're rinsed, I'm afraid. How did that... Oh, you must have like alacrity or something. Oh, enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second! I can't compete with Bonk! Montreal's Hamilton Bulldogs AHL affiliates trying to figure out how they're going to crack the roster of the team in the mid-2000s. He was a very good defensive defenseman, man. Or sorry, offensive... he was a good two-way center. That's what I'm trying to say. He was a good two-way center. Look him up, Radek Bonk. He's real, man. He's real and he's fabulous. I'm sorry, I'm cell maxing. Now I also think with everything that we've been through, we can easily take Frost Street Champion. Iceberg is insanely annoying. That's why I personally would love to have it on my board. If you would be so kind. Stop freezing me. You're done, bud. Yeah, Iceberg. Iceberg would hit the spot. Iceberg would hit the spot. That is Frozen Bludgeon. An item I'm not that interested in. You think? Maybe diamonds? I mean, crit skills. We could use like some freezes when we crit. Your rightmost item is a plus 32% crit chance. Okay. My rightmost item will be Silencer. If I move the double barrel over. So I'm not willing to do that. I mean, you having a 50% crit chance is pretty good, but it might sound crazy. I think we can do better. We've made an enormous mistake. When you have less health than your opponent, all items gain 15% crit chance. That one stings a little bit. I shouldn't have rerolled, but I'm not totally convinced the Gatling gun is doing anything at all. I would love to start the next fight with 1400 shield, though.
Go ahead.
I think that's the sort of thing that might make a difference here.
More fun.
As much as I would love to believe that we just do enough damage to kill you, even though you have 19,000 HP, that's an issue. Any chance we could freeze you or something? We can't compete with that, man. On the bright side, we don't have to because your Adel just own me. Okay, if we're being realistic, the build is topping out.
I don't believe my sisters.
We're not really that concerned with this. I genuinely think you have to get sold because you just weren't pulling your weight. But we're all in today. What do you not want to be destroyed? I mean, I guess. I can't believe it, but maybe the revolver? I'm as stunned as anybody.
But I'm a good swimmer.
That's not the enchantment we were looking for. Let's put it that way. Today we're all in. So we're not just doing buy sell meta.
Find who does.
Humorous. So you're gonna do 400 damage every 5 seconds. Every 4 seconds, you guys are doing... Wow. I do think it's better.
Free. I like the extra.
You're actually going to be doing 600 damage as well. And dude, forget about it. Forget about it. You have to improve your board today. If you don't improve your board, you don't have a chance. Small items that can be purchased and sold to gain a modicum of damage. I'm just not that interested in you. We could buy and sell you for 1 damage, but that's 8 gold for 1 damage. That's a heavy premium to pay. We can rinse the Volcus Enforcer though. I don't know what you get at level 15. I never remember the level up rewards. It would be nice to get skills. We could really use charge skills. The first 5 times you use a weapon, charge a weapon. Like that would up our damage potential so high. I think I've made some bad decisions when it comes to skills. That's not our upgrade this time though. Okay, you're done, bud. When any item gains freeze, charge this 2 seconds. It's not what we're building around. Love to see a sharpening stone or XP. Or cinder is not nothing. I do think that you still go 25 damage. Fight an incredible monster. Any chance A, we win, and B, this is a monster who will give us enough XP to level? My powder horn! It's alright, we clear. We clear. I was scared, but we clear. Caltrops. When your enemy uses an item, deal 1 damage. But it's not gonna be 1 damage, is it? It's not gonna be 1 damage, man. Pull it. It's gonna be 116 damage every time you use an item. We gotta give it a try. We have no choice but to give it a try. Because I don't think that the cannonball and the revolver were gonna make much of a difference there, even though we did enchant the revolver. Oh no, fiery fixer-upper? You're gonna burn me for 346 every 2 seconds? Okay. Honestly, that's really funny. That is really humorous.
All of this is just
Either way. Good build, 7 wins. 7 wins when we were lost in the early game. We won some in the early game we shouldn't have won, probably, but we take those. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later!